I spent most of my 20s thinking my life hadn't really started yet, like I was preparing, waiting to become someone. I used to imagine that one day I would finally be myself, when everything was in place, a career, a family, a home, a life that looked complete. And while I was waiting for that version of me to arrive, I found myself watching other people live, wanting to be where they were, sometimes even envying them for being already there, while I felt like I wasn't. In those years, my life was shaped by anxiety, an overwhelmed nervous system in constant survival mode, in a quiet disconnection from the world, wishing I was somebody else. I didn't have the tools yet to reconnect with myself. I didn't know why I felt this way. I just felt wrong. There were so many things I longed for: traveling, experiencing other cultures, the deep longing to feel free in my own life. And yet, so much of that felt out of reach. And in my 30s, well, I was trying to get it right, making the right choices, finding the right healing methods, the right timing, the right career, the right version of myself. I thought that's what it meant to be in control, to have it all figured out. I used to think that if I hadn't made it in my mid-30s, it would be too late, like there was some kind of invisible deadline, and if I missed it, I would have failed. But that belief was never actually true. It's a story we're almost given from the beginning, especially as women in a society that is built around performance and achievement. And I carried that story with me for so long, without ever questioning it. I had to turn 40 to realize that it was never the truth all along. It was a lie. And now I'm 40, and I finally see things differently. Life didn't end at 35. It actually opened up in a completely different way. There are so many things I'm only able to fully live and enjoy now. Not because I'm younger, but because I'm more grounded, calmer, centered, me. It's not too late to live my dreams. If anything, I can feel them more deeply now. Some dreams I can only truly appreciate now, in a quieter way and with deep gratitude. It feels like a second youth, one that is softer, more present, and more real than anything I experienced in my 20s. I don't need to judge myself anymore for those days I didn't understand. I wasn't behind. I wasn't lost. I was just surviving. I was living my life like it was leading up to something, instead of realizing that this was it, those random days, those in-between moments, that version of me I kept trying to fix. She was already in the middle of it, waiting to feel ready enough to take up space, to be seen, to choose herself. But readiness never arrived the way I thought it would. Confidence didn't come first. Action did, healing, and taking my life into my own hands. I wish I had known this sooner. I wish I had let myself be the main character back then, while it was still messy, while I was still figuring it out. Because that's the part that actually mattered. Not the outcome, not the version of me I was chasing, but the fact that it was my life, and that I was in it. So if you are in your 20s or somewhere in your 30s, don't wait to finally arrive. You're not early, you're not late, you are in it. Be there. be the main character in your life now. Hello everybody! I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever. We've had the school spring break, so I was with the kids full time for a few weeks, and that didn't give me any time to film at all. So for this video I had to use some old footage. Hopefully in the coming weeks I will have a little more time to film more and to just be more consistent with my uploading schedule. So I hope you still enjoyed it. I hope you still enjoyed a few bits and pieces here and there from the beautiful spring Spain that we have right now. So the topic of today's video was really something I have been reflecting on over the last few months a lot, because I realized that I still had this old belief system that if I'm not ready, if I haven't done certain things in a specific time in my life, then I will never be able to do them, which is completely untrue. For example, all the travels I wanted to do in my early 20s that I just couldn't, because I couldn't get on a plane for more than 9 years, so it was just not possible due to the chronic anxiety I had all the time. And over the last years there was a lot of grief about this particular time in my life, that I felt like I missed out on so much in those years, and that I couldn't do all the things you usually do when you're 20, like traveling the world and just, do all those crazy things when you're young. And I couldn't. It was not possible for me. So there was a lot of grief about that, and I felt like I missed my youth, and now I'm 40 and I'm getting old, basically, and I missed all of that. But, a few years ago, my husband and we did travel to Canada, and that was such an amazing experience, because it opened my heart up to the idea and to the possibility that it is still possible to fulfill your dreams, even now, even 20 years, 25 years later. And maybe it is even more fulfilling now, because I feel so much more myself. I am so much more connected to myself, to my body, to my spirit, to my soul, and I can really enjoy things now. And I am so grateful, ever so grateful for everything I can do now, and I will never take any of that for granted because of what I went through in my 20s. So you can still do all of that. It just may be another setting. I did some of the traveling I wanted to do in my 20s in my late 30s with my husband, who is also my best friend, and with my 2 children, and it was so fulfilling. It was just a different time in my life. I would have just never imagined it to happen in those years. It is possible whenever in life, and no matter your age, to reclaim your own agency, to take your own life in your own hands. In any moment of your life, you can decide to start living now in your life, because it is your life. Nobody else will live your life for you. And I think the more we are able to really truly be in our life, be present, and even though things might not be perfect, and my life is not perfect right now. Yes, I have a beautiful life. I am so grateful for everything I have in my life, but I'm still struggling with things, I think we're never ready, I think life is an ongoing journey, and no matter the age you are in, and I think we'll just never be finished. And I think that is part of life, and that is also the beauty of life, because that gives you the chance to reclaim your life in any given moment. Yeah, so I hope this video gave you some hope and some perspective maybe on how things can actually turn out, and that you are able to be the main character in your own life whenever you decide that you are. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here with me, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.